Thank you so much for making Locked On Auburn your first listen every single day. There will be defensive changes for the secondary for many reasons. The most obvious and clear-cut one is Hugh Freeze announcing Champ Anthony will be out. Broke his thumb, will have to get surgery, and will miss time. He said he was out. And it's going to be interesting to see who plays in that spot. They're probably going to go to a freshman. And I'm curious between that safety spot and the nickel spot, what exactly that might look like from a rotation standpoint against Ball State.
It's going to be very interesting. There's so many different scenarios. Like, you talked about putting that corner that's supposed to be on the field, that outside corner at the nickel, and then does Winters and Fagans, one of those two, start at the safety? I mean, what is your guess? Who do you think? Do you think Sylvester Smith lines up at nickel, or do you see a guy like Pleasant lining up at nickel?
I would like to see what it looks like to put a third corner on the field at nickel at some point. I mean, DJ Durkin, like, you got to cover and you've got to be sticky. And I think that screams more of a skill set for a corner. Nothing against Sylvester. I thought he was really good at safety last year. And we heard throughout fall camp how good he was at nickel. And so it forced Champ Anthony to move. And that was we felt like that was all a good thing at the time. And clearly it didn't happen against Baylor. And I don't think it was just one guy. I mean, I think there were certain guys where if you have a bad play at a defensive back spot, like it exposes you. Like, you can't hide behind anything. It's not like if you have a bad play at a defensive tackle spot, it's like, okay, it's a 6-yard run or whatever. You're not, and there's so many bodies, you can't fully tell. It's a different situation. And I think Hugh Freeze's answer about this at his presser on Monday was interesting, where they had this long talk Sunday, because what happened on the field Friday was so different than what they've seen throughout fall camp, where they seemed flat. They weren't crisp. They seemed tired. There was no energy. There was no emotion. And I just don't think that's who this defense is. Like, long-term, that's not who this defense is. And so personnel is going to be something that I think changes. It has to, because Champ's not available and he played a good bit. But I trust the scheme because I trust Durkin. I want to see emotion. I want to see emotion and passion from this defense. And we didn't really see that Friday night.
No, we didn't. And there's one, schematically, Baylor did some things that made it difficult, give their offensive coordinator credit, but you still can't. That doesn't alleviate the emotion, the energy, the tackling, that kind of thing. I think that's a one-off. I think that was a mirage. I think you'll see Auburn's defense get back to playing the way they're supposed to play. And if I had to predict, I think you're going to see Sylvester Smith stay at the nickel, and probably Eric Winters start at the safety.
I think that'll be the starting point. And I think they may rotate some guys around just to see what it looks like. I agree with you.
I'd like to see other looks, and you're going to see other looks because it's Ball State. So you may see, but I think that Strader and Pleasant are so crucial outside as backup corners. I don't think they want to mess with that.
The other element to this that is a little frustrating, but also, like, control what you can control. I don't think Ball State's going to pass it too much.
Well, their quarterback is not a passing threat, is he?
He's not a quarterback. He didn't play quarterback last year.
Yeah. It takes a couple
new
years
coach that they've got, like, he's real dead set on, like, creating a culture about, like, running the football and being physical or whatever. And I mean, it could get really bad really quick.
It'd be interesting to see how many Auburn put in the box and who they walk up to the line of scrimmage.
I think you sell out and you make them pass it. You make them pass it. Put these DBs in one-on-one situations. You rock the quarterback. Let them throw under pressure. Let these corners get some interceptions, build their confidence back up. Let's go cook. I think that's what's going to happen.
Because Auburn had 4 sacks against Baylor and had 3 or 4 more that they just.
Somebody on the show predicted that. And I feel like he looked a lot like yourself.
Yeah, I think somebody did say 4. You said 3, didn't you? No,
yeah, I said
Kyle said 3.
Kyle said 2, but the impact would feel large. Yeah. You
and
nailed
they
it.
could have gotten to him 2 or 3 more times. So if they get that kind of pressure on a guy like Robertson in that offensive coordinator that schemes to get rid of the ball early, you drop back, it could get ugly. That's why I think they'll run it a lot. And
this will be a quick game. The
yeah,
clock's not going to stop very often.
no, it's not. It's 6:30. It's supposed to be nice in the upper 70s as far as kick. Light shows, right? Auburn fan base feeling good after that big win, first home game. Going to be electric. I mean, and that speaks volumes about how I think great an atmosphere is going to be against an opponent like Ball State.
Yeah, that's right.
They're hungry.
That's right. Yeah, and I think that I want this defense to not be embarrassed. That's not the right word, but I want them to be like, we can't do that again. Like what we did against Baylor, that can't happen again.
No, I think that's already a mindset that some of the leaders on defense have, and I think they're going to absolutely come out ready to reverse that trend and overturn that narrative.
Yeah.
Frothing at the mouth is the first thing that comes to my mind when I think of this defense Saturday.
What is it?
Frothing at the mouth.
That's gross.
I mean, it's like a dog, right? I think they're going to be getting after. I think they're going to be very, very, very ready to hit somebody to disprove the narrative that they can't tackle and wrap up.
Sure.
That's going to you just watch. It's going to be really, really, I think, just very visually obvious early on.
Okay. I love it.
Yeah.
I love that. How can people check out everything you've got going on?
You can follow me on X, DAP6410. Obviously, Wednesdays and Fridays with you here on Locked on Auburn, and then Sunday nights at 8 in the barn with Kyle Rush. Do a little live show.
Quick programming note, since we're kind of back to quote-unquote normal, I will go live after the game. Then Daryl and I will have a show that drops Sunday morning. And then everything else will be normal after that. So very excited. Very excited stuff. And we started doing this SEC roundtable thing Sundays at noon. I'm not able to make that recording time, but I will send videos in of me talking to the guys and my thoughts on the weekend. So that'll play in that as well. So that'll get dropped on this channel. So please like the video, please subscribe, and we will see you next time. This has been Locked on Auburn.